I'm so sleepy. But I figure I should tell things that are on my mind before I go to bed. And then whoever wants to listen after can listen. Oh my god, there's actually so many people here. It only showed like one. Hello, everybody. I'm so tired. I'm so sleepy, so I won't talk too much, probably. Hi. I don't have a wait. Hold on. Let me go to YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can talk in the what's it called? The free chat. I can view your comments there. How do I get to my channel? There. Hello. Oh, I maybe I'll link, copy a link, post to Twitter. My mama is shine bright like a diamond, beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Chat here. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. I'm so tired. We're using this chat, yeah. I I just got back from TGS. Yippee! It was so fun. I only went today. I won't be going back for the rest of the weekend. So, we can talk about everything I did today, here, and now. Sounds like you went through the rain. I did. Oh my gosh, it was so rainy the whole day. Just really, really, really rainy. Apparently it wasn't so bad yesterday. Was it hot inside? No, not really. It was actually quite good. Um, I met up with another VTuber friend, Pia, and she and I hung out basically the whole entire day. um, we she helped me get in like early and got me to like the what's it called? She was like, I know where Metal Gear is. I'll take you right there. So I went there. It was like the first thing I did. I just kind of like waited till they opened up the line. They were like, okay, now here's the line for people to play Delta, and so I got in the line. And it was so it wasn't really that much of a wait at all, actually. Um, uh, luckily, that's why I kind of was like, I'm gonna go on the business day, because otherwise, the TGS on the public days is kind of, since I did public day last year, I was like, oh, I'm not sure how much more crazy it will be, or rather, how I've always heard that the business day is less crazy, but I was like, you know, obviously, a lot of people are going to be clamoring to play Delta, and there were quite a bunch. So, um, and uh, hold on, someone just messaged me. What do you want? Eh? Huh? Eh? Where'd that go? Oh, I have so many notifications. Where did that go? Huh? 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 I don't know. I'll check it after. Oh. The craziness is part of the appeal? Yes and no. Yes, because, I like to do some events that require me being like acting like a normal, just a normal fan. For example, I don't mind waiting in the lines at Comic Con. I actually think that's quite fun. But for something like this, like Comic Con, I can at least walk around and breathe. The public day of TGS is unbearable. It's oh, I would even say it's not quite worth it. It's like because it's actually uncomfortable to move around in. And I'm short, so it's like I'm not I'm like lost in a sea of people uh and last year was my first time going to TGS. So I went for Metal Gear obviously. I didn't get to do any I didn't get to play, which is fine. I really only just wanted the t-shirt. But I didn't get to play anything last year. I didn't get to do anything because I was just kind of wandering in this sea of people. So worse than Comic Get? Yes. Actually, like Comic Get, you can walk around and you can move around in and you can like kind of go down the aisles and everything. And a lot of the bigger artists are kind of outside, and during Comic Con, they're, like, on the walls and everything, and they're pretty good about line management, so it's actually quite nice, but TGS is much, much more cramped, and, uh and the booths are so large, but you don't wanna take up space, and there's just people who are like not waiting in a line. They're just crowding the area because they're like taking pictures of cosplayers or they're watching some stage or something. So it's just way, way, way less manageable. Um, so if you go to Tokyo Game Show on the public day, prepare yourself. It's actually like I said, I don't I don't want to say it's not worth it, but it was last year was really, really rough. Um, but, yeah, so I did Delta, playthrough, the very first thing, and, uh, what was it? Oh, it was kind of cool because they first put you in a room, and I'm sure they do this to kind of like allow the people because you get 15 minutes essentially of playing it through the demo, and there is an end to the demo. Um, it wasn't like, oh, you just play the entire game if you can speed run it in 15 minutes, but they put you in a room that kind of looks like the helicopter or the plane at the very beginning of the game where Snake's about to do the first ever Halo jump. And the voice acting for that part was in Japanese, but they had English subtitles, which was nice. And so you just watch the whole entire cutscene at the very beginning, like everything. I was like, oh my gosh. And like they showed like the real life footage and everything like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's all there. I saw Kennedy. So they put you in a room that it's like it's shaped like the helicopter. Sorry, I keep saying helicopter, the plane. And you watch that, and like I said, I'm pretty sure it's to give you time to sit there and then wait for the other people that are playing the demo. But since I was first, first of the day, there was no one playing, so I was just kind of like, I was like rocking back and forth in my seat. I was like, come on, let me at it, because especially for the scenes that are like very similar to the original, I was like, okay, yeah, I know this. Um, and so then once that is over, they open up the doors and they let you into the jungle area of the booth, so last year's booth was very fun because you could go more inside of it. They had like the guards that were kind of posted and walking around, and you could go into the booth and you saw like, oh, the PAL keys, and you saw like they had like lockers you could open up. Unfortunately, this year I think they sacrificed space to have more computers, which honestly, amazing. Like, yes, have more computers for people to play the demo rather than like a booth. Like, so I get it. Yeah, I was in Russia. Did you play the Ocelot part? Basically, it was up to you go into Sokolov's room. Uh, I I was so I was in an alert when I got to Sokolov's door, so I couldn't go in because I was like trying to test everything. I was like, oh, how does this work? Oh, when they see you do, oh, how does the alert like this? But Pia, she got through the demo. I can't remember if it showed Ocelot or not. I think she got through Sokolov's door and then it showed like him talking to Sokolov and then like a montage of the game and like clips that have already been shown and なんだこれは and then it kind of ends. So it's like, um, yeah. So, when we were walking in, like very quickly, I walked past the cosplayer that was dressed up as the boss. She looked so cool. She was like greeting everyone. I was like, ooh, ooh. And of course, I was so obnoxious. I'm like sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, can you make him throw up? And I'm like turning him in the. Oh, another thing that they had it set up was it was Xbox controller. It was like so I would press like where triangle would be for action. No, no. It was not like that. The controls I will take a lot of getting used to. It threw me off quite a bit actually. It was actually completely different. I couldn't figure out how to crawl. I could crouch walk, but I couldn't even figure out how to crawl. I was like because they had like a little sheet that showed what each control did and like I couldn't figure out how to get to the codec. I was like, huh? I kept going to the menu. But for the game, they had it in English with English voice acting. So I think that was really awesome that they also gave that option as well. Um yeah, it's new controls. How much different from Phantom Pain? Um, it actually felt um it didn't feel like Phantom Pain. Uh the crouch walking is definitely nice, but you have that in Metal Gear Solid 3 3DS. So, um I'm trying to think like it didn't I don't it like I couldn't you can't like how in Phantom Pain and stuff you can like sprint and all that stuff. Like there was nothing like that. There's like a nice little what's it called in the bottom left corner, like a compass, which I guess is nice, especially if they're like go north to go to this place, and you're like, which what is north? Um, I heard it's comparable to MGS3. Oh, sorry, MGS4. Actually, control wise, I guess I could say that. Did you see how you can listen to the codex game? I see. I couldn't figure that out. I remember seeing the picture, but like seriously, the controls were so strange. It was really weird. Oh, the shooting though, the like first person and shooting the gun felt very Phantom Pain. Actually, now that I think about it, um, that all felt very Phantom Pain. So I guess there's that. Um, but I didn't see how you could listen to the codex like tapes. I don't know if that's actually the case, but we'll see. um, yeah, and so I like, I made him throw up. Oh my gosh, you sank so fast in the mud. I actually died at the crocodiles because I was like looking at Pia's Pia's screen and um he's so muddy. Oh my god, he's disgusting, that guy. Snake. He's so gross. The whole time I was like the he's so gross. It's I was like, wow. I don't I don't know how to feel about all this. It was really fast though. I looked away for like 2 seconds and I looked back and I was like, oh no, the mud. Um, yeah, but I um, it felt good to play for sure. I thought I was scared. I was like, oh, I'm gonna hate it, but no, I didn't hate it. Um, and I had to like skip all the codec stuff, which made me kind of sad. I had like Major would call and I would just press Y and skip through all of it. Just because I was like, I need to maximize my game time. I only have 15 minutes. So, what goodies did they give you at the booth? Great question. So after you do the game, once you do the play, they give you a t-shirt. So last year I didn't get a t-shirt because I, you know, didn't get to play the Master Collection. And last year, you got to pick like which game you wanted. They had like 1, 2, and 3. You could pick a shirt of whatever game you liked the most. So this year, obviously, they only have the one. But I got a T-shirt. Very happy about that. And yeah, 15 minutes of playtime. Yep, 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 yep. I did not use the filter for Delta, and um, actually, I wasn't even sure how to change it. Maybe it was somewhere in the settings, but I was more focused on playing the game. Honestly, even though I didn't have the filter on, I didn't feel like I wasn't like it felt like I was playing Snake Eater, like it didn't feel like I was playing a different game. Though I did get lost in the very, very beginning because I was like, where's the tree with the bag? Everything looks so, you get everything that looks so realistic that I was just like, I can't find the tree because everything it blends in too much. But you can still see like the roots and stuff on it. So yeah. um and so how much nicer does it look compared to the OG? Like original Metal Gear Solid 3? One thing that, I saw, this was obviously you could see from pictures, um and everything of people posting about the booth was like they showed off Eva and Ocelot finally. I know people are like kind of clowning on the way Ocelot looks in some of the stuff, but I don't think I hate it. I'm gonna hold off judgment. But Eva, mm, oh, Eva, chef's kiss. She looks so good. She looks. What like about I think Eva the most is she looks the most stylized, like she looks the most reminiscent of the original style. So I'm so she looks so good. Oh my god, I'm I'm crying over her. So they did have another section of the booth where it was like the calorie mate photo area. And yeah, Eva is even hotter. um so you go in, they give you a little baggie that has Calorie Mate and a poster. And they had two versions of the posters. One was Eva poster. And I say poster, it's like the size of a piece of paper, but I will be framing it. And then there's a snake one, and those are the same. They're the same as the posters that they have in the booth. Um, so Um, uh, they give you two different kinds of Calorie Mate. They give you a cheese one, and then what's this one? Oh, chocolate flavored. So if you get Eva, you get cheese flavor. If you get Snake, you get chocolate flavor. Which is like Snake's favorite flavor is maple. So wow, poor Snake. You don't even get his favorite flavor. Um, they have Calorie Mate liquid. No, they didn't. No. I haven't tried the Calorie Mate liquid yet. I will get it eventually. It's been too much of a whirlwind. um, But they had those that you could take pictures with. Oh, they had like so they're doing a collab with this brand called GU, which if you don't know what GU is, it's basically like a Uniqlo for like younger people, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's like more trendy Uniqlo, and it's like a Uniqlo sister brand. So um they are doing like a collab starting October 25th, I believe it was. And it's I'll probably order it all online. They had like some really nice fuzzy coats, and they had those in the booth and everything as well. And then they had another photo area where you can like pretend you're hanging off the bridge, and that was really cute. Then they had the standees, and then they had the croc hats. So and then if you followed the account on Twitter, you could get a sticker. I didn't do that, but that's okay. Mm. I thought Uniqlo was already for young people. How old am I? Sorry, Uniqlo is for old people now. We have GU. It's more trendy. Trendy Uniqlo. But yeah, that was basically the Metal Gear booth. I would kind of like periodically go back for croc hats, but I was afraid that if I took too many croc hats, they would think I was like a reseller, you know? But I was getting them for friends. So I ended up with only five croc hats, right? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah. So I only have five croc hats for people to hand out. And GU is okay. I like GU, but it's very similar to Uniqlo, so it's kind of, you know. Mm. And I would like go back periodically to get Crocast and then also to see if the Snake cosplayer was there again because I really wanted a picture with him. I'm so sad. He looked so good. But like we would ask, we would be like, when is Snake coming back out? And they'd be like, I don't know, whenever he feels like it. What else are you doing? What else are you doing? If you're not if you're not being Snake, maybe he was like hiding in the bushes of the booth. I don't know. I have no idea. But he looked incredible. I was like staring at him and the boss. They both looked so good, the cosplayers. And yeah, so that was basically the Metal Gear booth. Uh I did go to the Silent Hill booth. It was, I mean, it's Konami. They Silent Hill and Metal Gear took up the most space, but definitely Metal Gear took up the most space. And the Silent Hill was actually the last one of the last like entertainment thing that I did. And it wasn't a demo because they called it like a theater experience. So I was like, well, what does that mean? And so it literally they put you in a room that's like a theater. You sit down and you watch cutscenes from the game from the new Silent Hill 2 game. And it was like they showed like the cutscene of when James first sees Pyramid Head. First they show you meeting Eddie or seeing Eddie. And then they showed unfortunately I have no video of it because video wasn't allowed. And then they showed Pyramid Head. And and uh then they showed like another cutscene of Pyramid Head, but it was kind of cool because like the lights were very interactive. Like if it was, if they were showing a scene and there was a window on the right side, the lights in the room would like only light up on the right side of the room, stuff like that. So it was pretty neat. Um, but then during the last cutscene of Pyramid Head, like the lights all flicker, and there was like this area to the right where it was like kind of it looked caged off, and I was like, oh, someone is going to pop up there and scare us or something. Like I was like, it was very obviously like a enterable area by someone. I was like, some like they had the girls that were outside the Silent Hill booth were dressed up as the nurses, and they were like being creepy and handing out pamphlets and everything. So it was cute. But at the end of the Pyramid Head thing, a Pyramid Head cosplayer walks out and uh stands there and then walks away. Which I wasn't going to go into this quote unquote experience. I can't call it a demo, the Silent Hill experience, because I'm still about how the new Silent Hill will be. But also, um the line was always like 80 minutes long. It was insane. And then towards the end of the day, we went up to a guy and we were like, "Oh, are you done for the day?" And he was like, "Come back in like 20 minutes." And we were like, "Okay." And so we went back in 20 minutes, and then we were like second in line. It was great. He stands there menacing. Was he buff? Yeah, he was kind of buff. I have pictures. Yeah, he was pretty buff. I'd say so. Yeah. So yeah, that was cool. And they gave us stickers at the end that are really cute. So, I like that. But you guys, I have not seen anyone talk about this, but it actually okay, there's two things that are probably some of the besides Metal Gear obviously, but two things that were the coolest things at Tokyo Game Show. The first thing was the Nikkei booth. Oh my god. Oh my god. It was oh my god. So basically the way the Nikkei booth worked was um they had okay, think Chicago cell block tango. You know how like the ladies are standing in their little cell blocks? Think that, right? I'm not going to say what someone else compared it to because but um yeah, so think the Nikkei or think the cell block tango, except it's all yellow frosted over windows, right? And essentially, you go up and they say, each girl, or rather, there's a plushie in there, and one of the girls is going to be holding the plushie. If you guess correctly which girl is holding the plushie, you get a special prize. It's like, okay, I guessed four, obviously, because spooky number, but I didn't want the main prize. The main prize was a tote bag. What I wanted was the eye mask. And luckily, I lost. But essentially, you walk up onto this platform, you push a button, and it starts like flashing and like making a bunch of noise and everything. And then the glass, the yellow glass, unfrosts, and you see the cosplay girls in their little cells. And like they're all posing at you. And oh my God, they're so cute. Oh my God, they're so cute. It was so cool. It felt very unique. Um, uh, and they were so cute. Oh my gosh. I was all the girls were like dying at the booth. There were like a bunch of girls in front of us, and every time like the windows would unfrost, they'd just be like, "Kawaii, kawaii, kawaii." So, how good were the cosplays? Amazing. They were super duper cute. Oh my gosh. So, did they have the cosplayers squish up to the glass? Some of them would. And you could see them, like, even when it was frosted. There was one girl, I don't know Nikkei characters, I'm sorry, but she was, like, pounding on the glass before it unfrosted. And it, like, Pia was just like, okay, it suddenly turned into a horror game. Because all you see are her, like, shadowy hands, like, against the glass. But it was very cute. They were so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have the biggest bruise on my leg. I was like, why does my leg hurt? No, I had the biggest bruise on my leg from when I fell. Ouch. I fell. Ask anybody I've ever been with in Japan, like walking around with, because I often wear like high kind of platform shoes or whatever. I don't take the height into account, and I often trip. And we were leaving the venue, and it was raining so bad, and my ankle buckles, and I just usually my ankle will buckle and I'll be able to recover, but my ankle buckled and I just toppled everything to the ground. And I was like, the croquettes, the croquettes. It was so bad. I was like, no, don't let them get wet. My croquettes are sacred. Yeah. So, but, yeah, so, the second, these are not in order, by the way, because this is probably the coolest thing that was at TGS, honestly. But the developers for Buckshot Roulette were there. They had a small little booth. But, oh my god, you guys. Apparently, I did not know this. A multiplayer version of Buckshot Roulette is going to be released soonish. They said like maybe the end of this month. Or sorry, the end of October. It's not October yet. Um but they had a small little booth, but inside this booth was, and I don't think I've seen anyone talking about this. Inside the booth was the actual table. And you could go in, 4 people at a time. They would give you reached into a box, you picked your item, I got the knife, and then you got to play actual buckshot roulette, like, in person. It was so cool. Like, they had the face of the demon guy, and I got to put it on, and it was so, and we played with these 2 other Japanese girls, and they were so cute, and we were just like, ooh, ooh, like pointing the gun at each other, and like, who are we gonna shoot? Oh, and it was, oh my gosh, it was so awesome. It was, oh my gosh. Because everything felt like, if I was like, "Oh, I wanna use this item," I would put it in the center of the table, and it had, like, AR lighting, or, like, AR whatever, whatever, that stuff. Like, so if you pointed the gun and shot at someone, it knew which direction you were pointing at, and if you put an item, each item had, like, a little chip in it, so you would put the chip, like, or the item in the center, and it would read the chip, and, like, oh my gosh, it was just so cool! I didn't die, so I don't know. I don't want to say that I would that I was the winner, but I did not die. So, it was very cool. Oh my gosh, it was. Oh my gosh, and it was just like chilling, like in this like kind of tucked away area. So I was like, "Yo, have IRL buckshot roulette." I love that game. That game was so fun. So now that there's multiplayer, though, probably will play again. Yeah, I'm already dead, so why would I need to die again, you know? But the gun that they had was so heavy. It was like really, really hefty. And you would do that and everything. It was really awesome. You guys, I was a gamer today. I gamed today. So, we went to the Sonic booth and they have this new Sonic game called Sonic Rumble, I think. And basically it's like Sonic Fall Guys. Like that's actually it's just Sonic Fall Guys essentially. And and essentially people who place you go in a table or you go in a group of 20, and if you place 1 through 3rd, you got a pair of like Sonic it's like a neck fan. You got a neck fan. If you place 4th through 8th, you get a bottle carabiner thing, like it. And then everyone else below that gets a a fan. And I, Pio, she was just like, I really want the Sonic neck fan. I want it so bad, but I tried yesterday and I didn't win. I kept getting beat up, and I was like, don't worry, girl, I'll throw for you so you can win today. Well, I didn't throw. In fact, I gamed and I got 3rd place, first try, and I got that neck fan for Pia, and I said, here you go, girl, for you. because I'm a gamer. And then the next time I played, I was like, I don't want the neck fan. I want the carabiner. And you know what I got? I got the carabiner. Out of 20 people, I placed ace. So I was at the very bottom. So, I think I found my game. I think I found my people. Sonic Rumble. I will be I will be partaking. And I'm a gamer now. Guys, I'm a gamer. And this, okay, you have to think about it too. I'm at TGS. This is only gamers. And me, Minto, gets third? Oh my gosh, we were screaming. Like, she was behind me watching and she was like, go, go, go. And I'm like, "Ah!" And like everybody else who had died was just kind of staring at us, like on their computers. That's what PS said. She was just like, everyone was looking at you. And then I could hear the staff behind us laughing at us. Sonic Rumble, that's my game. That's my game. Sonic Rumbles, Sam Jam Slam. Yeah. So I gamed. Yeah. It's not the public day. Banned. Mods ban that guy. Ban that guy. Gato Ruffin, you're banned. What are you talking about? This is the day. This is the professionals, the business day, the professional day. Only professionals are here. What are you talking about? Only professional gamers. So don't give me that. Proud of you. Thank you. Who did you play as? Oh, um, uh, Sonic. I played as Sonic. You didn't get to choose your character. So I completely lucked out. I played as Sonic. I was the anime pro tag. I was the anime pro tag. Yeah. So, um, yeah, I did that. I did a lot of walking around, just like looking at the indie area, looking at the for merch. I saw some merch. Ouch. I only bought stuff from Koji Pro. And I was like, are they gonna hate me walking up with my Metal Gear stuff on and I have my Metal Gear shirt, my croc hat? I was kind of worried that they were gonna be like, you're not welcome here. But they didn't turn me away. They also didn't say, Mint Phantom, we have a restraining order against you. So, that's good too. But, I was worried because the one thing I wanted, sorry, the white version was sold out, but the version in black was not, and that was the Koji Pro mug and coffee. So I got those, and then I got some Death Stranding tape, which is pretty cool. And then I got some keychains, like a Koji Pro keychain, and oh my gosh, I should have gotten the figures though. I didn't realize that they weren't frame arm girls, I don't think, but they seem similar. But the box art was Yoji Shinkawa. Oh, and I didn't only so basically the way you were to get the stuff was you um scan a QR code, you order from their site. You could either have it pick up immediately or pick up later. And so I did pick up later, right before the event closed, because I didn't want to be carrying it around all day. So I had ordered my stuff way in advance. But then when I was checking out, the guy next to me, he had the figures. And I saw the box art, and I was like, no, I should have gotten it. Oh, I should have gotten it. It's my PFP. Yeah, BMO. Oh my gosh, it actually is. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. What else did we do? Hold on, let me go through my pictures. I was really worried about my camera because... Oh, sorry, guys. I was worried about my camera because every time I would open up my camera, it would I had my Osmo Pocket. It would be need to reformat SD card. So there was a lot of times I couldn't take videos, or I had to take videos on my phone minus my uh minus my camera. Yeah, but it's okay. It's in the middle of the day I switched it out, but and I was checking to make sure the stuff like was still good. Oh my gosh, you know what was there? Exit 8. Well, I'll post a picture. Oh my gosh, Exit 8 was there. So funny. Hold on. I'm gonna go to bed soon, you guys. I'm starting to fall asleep. Ooh, Exit 8. Starting to fall asleep. Oh, I'm so tired. Nah. So, um, yeah. If you have any other questions about Delta, or what do you have any questions about anything else I did? I'm so eepy. It's only 10 p.m. There's a little thing called jet lag, and then also waking up at 5 a.m. for an event. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. and also I have jet lag, and I also woke up at 5 a.m. Okay? Mm. How was your day? It was so much fun. Did you see anyone play Delta in Legacy style? There was no one next to me, actually. They shoved me in a corner. Nobody puts Minto in a corner. No, I was only able to see Pia, so I didn't see anyone playing Legacy style. Mm-mm-mm. Did you see the Like a Dragon panel? I didn't see. Okay, so I think there's like a main stage area. I saw the Like a Dragon area. I tried to get pictures of the like Majima. That's his name, right? The guy with the eye patch. Him on the boat. Because he scared me several times. I thought it was a real person. Because sometimes there would be cosplayers with him. And then one time it was just him standing there. And I was like, why is nobody wanting to take pictures of him? Everybody left once the girls left. But it was because it's not a real person. It's just a statue. And so, oh. But yeah, I did get to see the cat. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sleepy. Monhun, excited for Monhun. There was Monhun. Monster Hunter was everywhere in every single hall. So basically, there's like a couple different halls that the event spans, and then there's one other area you kind of have to go outside into another building for. Um, and the other building was indie games and merchandise, essentially, and like some other stuff uh like furnishing, like IKEA and Nitori and stuff like that. Oh, and like places like keyboards, things. So the other build, so it was like indie games, merchandise, because that's where Koji Pro is, and then like furniture, keyboards, stuff like that. but but Monster Hunter had a booth in basically every hall. I was shocked. I was like, there's so much more. Everywhere I would turn was Monster Hunter. It's crazy. No, Blue Archive did not have a booth. So sad. So sad. Yeah, IKEA was there. I think IKEA goes like every year. I remember them last year. Let me see. I think I. Sorry. Pal World was there. They had a really huge booth. Um, Gaming furniture. I actually really like it because they're like, this is our gaming room setup. And I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute. I need it all. I need it all. Like there was one, oh my gosh, I got their card. Or I got them, hold on. You can so you can look it up. This one. Uh so it's called Pixio. Pixio. And it's their Wave series. And you guys, oh my gosh, this is made for me because this is how I this is how I actually style my room and everything. They have different monitors, and then the monitors have a color matching monitor arm. So they have like pastel blue, pastel pink, they have white, they have beige, they have mint green. Wait, I didn't know that they called it mint green. They have pastel purple. Like, oh my gosh. And then, so you think of these monitors being these colors, and then they have a monitor arm of the same color. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so, so cute. Yeah, Power World. Oh my gosh. I was like, it's kind of crazy that they're here because of everything. But, you know, Nintendo doesn't really like go to these things, so uh it wasn't you wouldn't be like, "Oh, there's Nintendo next to Power World," you know, but um yeah, Pixio Wave series. If you're looking for like a monitor and a cute arm stand too. Hashtag not sponsored. Mm. Mm. Yeah, Nintendo doesn't really go to these, so there was I think my biggest quote unquote regret is not going yesterday as well because there's so much to see. I feel like I just scratched the surface. Like there's so much I still wanted to do. I got to do everything I wanted to do. Luckily that today, besides Snake, besides the Snake cosplayer, but there's so much more that I could have done. So I guess that is just what I'm like, man. If I had gone yesterday, I would have. And also, apparently Thursday was super less people. So like there was like a Professor Layton like puzzle thing I wanted to do, but the line for that was 80 minutes. Apparently the day before on Thursday it was like 0 minutes, so yeah. um was Atlas there? Um I don't know. There was big but Persona was at the Sega booth. So, like Persona was they were advertising the new not Persona game. Oh, what's it called? I got a bag for it. Mid 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 mid. I don't remember what it's called. mid 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 mid. I saw the cosplayers. They were very cute. Metaphor. Yeah. I spent since I went through. I did Sonic Rumble twice. I spent a lot of time at the Sonic or the Sega booth. So I had this like I saw them do this whole like skit with Metaphor. There was like this one guy come out, this cosplayer, he had long white hair and like horns, and he was like acting, and then a girl came out, and then like some monk came out and was like singing, and then they were like posing during the monk like singing and stuff. It was very interesting. I was like, what is this game? Metaphor. Yeah, so mm. But yeah, so that was my TGS. If I think of anything else, of course I'll share. Um, overall, it was quite fun. It was a good time. And glad I went. for sure. Especially because Delta. You guys, I can't even tell you how, like, I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna make it to see Delta, please, to play it? Oh my gosh. I was like stressing hardcore. But in the end, it all worked out and I was able to play it. And I'm so happy. So happy. Mm. No footage allowed for MGS. So it was allowed. Don't get me wrong. It was allowed, but it was a lot of me playing and wanting to get the most out of my 15 minutes, then half playing and, like, holding my camera with one hand and playing with another hand, you know what I mean? So, um, I did take some footage. I got footage of Snake throwing up. Yeah, I absolutely have footage of Snake throwing up on my camera right now. Actually, do I have, anything? Oh, no, those are from inside the booth. So no. No, I don't have anything on my phone that I could upload right now, sorry. Yeah. The important part. Pretty much. One thing I really love about TGS is, at a lot of other events, especially in Japan, like a lot of other, a lot of other events in Japan, like recording, filming, photos are just like typically not allowed. They're just very strict on that kind of stuff. But with TGS, it is like a free for all. They're like, yeah, film, record everything. Take pictures, take pictures, take pictures. Like even like in the Silent Hill thing where they're like, sorry, no recording. I was still able to take pictures. So I was able to like kind of make a movie out of it. Yeah. So I'm happy for that because it's a very open event, I guess. You don't have to worry so much about, oh, am I allowed to film here? Something. Yeah. Free advertisement. Yeah, but you say that, but Japan doesn't understand that. Like you go to another event and you would think like, by me filming this, it is free advertising because I will post it to the websites and people will gander. No, no, they will not. Oops, sorry, I dropped my phone. No, no, they're just like, no filming. And you're like, why? And they're like, don't do it. Why? Don't film. I don't get it. They like hate money sometimes. Japanese companies hate money, okay? And it's a known fact. If you hear a bunch of noises, it's me putting away my Kojima coffee. Because I'm clearing off my bed so I can lay down. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. My ectoplasm is sore. Oh, I can't move at all. I'm gonna sink into the bed. But to meantime, everybody, thank you for stopping by my little Twitter space. And, yeah. True and real. So true and so real. um, I'll see you when I see you. And, yeah. Bye. Bye. See you later. See you later. I'll post more stuff, that I took maybe tomorrow. Or sometime when I feel like it. Okay. Oh, just love yawning, so that's my cue. Okay, bye bye, 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 bye bye.